South Memphis is what we would call for me, a very organic community in that you have people who have grown up here and lived here for all their lives or second and third generation South Memphis, and they're very proud of that fact. In spite of the changes they may have seen throughout the years, there's still a very strong sense of pride about the South Memphis community.
How would you describe your current living conditions? Are you happy with your community?
Yes, I'm happy with my community. That since the years is changing, it's getting better. It ain't bad as it used to be.
I know you showed me your book of kind of accomplishments. Mm-hmm. Describe some of your community efforts that you have been a part of.
Neighborhood watch. We do neighborhood organizer, cleanups, and then I do. Tate Street Block Party every year, so that's a big challenge for me. That's where we go to the city. You got to get a permit. You just can't have it. And that's where we can block out the streets and the police can come and, be around. And we have security just for the safety of the community. So that's a big thing that we do in the neighborhood. Then I go to all organizations here in the neighborhood that have their meetings and let us know what's going on in the neighborhood and what's new coming in the neighborhood.
I think that, especially even in talking with our neighbors around here, safety and decreasing blight, the crime rate here is high in our neighborhood, and I think that there is, on top of that there's just like a lack of even perceived safety, and I mean that from the standpoint of like there's not a whole lot of street lights that are always working. There's a lot of blighted abandoned houses that aren't secured, and so that just creates other opportunities for people to do things inside of that might be illegal. And so so even just talking with our neighbors here about the stuff that's on our street, we'd love to see stuff cleaned up, and we've worked kind of together as a community to try to figure out how to make our streets safer, and then hopefully that will pour out into other parts of the neighborhood.
Like, what other obstacles do you see in that community, and what can we take away and kind of learn from that as far as a historical basis of what it used to be and how it is now, and what can we do to improve the areas in South Memphis?
Well, to improve the areas in South Memphis today, starting today on, because there's nothing we can do about the last 50 years. We haven't made much strides. I think our politicians, I think our activists need to get real about what the real issues are. We're not identifying the real issues of today, and that's the lack of quality in education, the drugs, the blight, the litter, the crime. If we have a police force that's undermanned, people don't feel safe in their homes, if their kids aren't getting good education. I'm living in a situation now in Memphis. Again, I've been in the public sector for 40 years, but I think in these areas, I'm on my third round of 13-year-old mothers and 30-year-old grandmothers. When you have this cycle like that in family structure and no male head of household in many of these families, how can these people survive and improve and break that cycle? So you get to the 60s, you got Stax recording studio picks up 92060s Macklemore, and that becomes a hotbed for musical activity.
Music goes back to a time where, for us, our people as slaves, was one of the ways in which we communicated to one another. Music has been kind of the soundtrack to our livelihood.
So tell me a little bit about your opinion with the politics in Memphis in general, like what efforts can politicians make or the city of Memphis can make to kind of improve the area, not just in your neighborhood, but as a whole?
Yeah. I think that the current mayor, city mayor, has done a pretty good job of trying to listen to people, and I think that the Memphis 3.0 comprehensive plan that they've put together is really trying to listen to the people in South Memphis and other parts of Memphis, but our involvement in South Memphis, I think, has been good to say, here are things we value, here are some things we want changed. I do think that the city is going to have to get in relationships with people here, and I think that in the past what I've seen is the city just checking a box saying, well, we do that thing, or we provide that service, but that service is not getting to the root issue.
Starting from that standpoint, then to begin to try to help them with their issues. But specifically, Streets Ministries and Youth Leadership of Memphis, they start even with young kids, working with them to kind of find a purpose and helping them to work hard. And so like Youth Leadership of Memphis helps kids learn how to do lawn care, and so kind of gives them something to do on the weekend, teaches them how to work hard, and keeps them busy. And Streets Ministries does, I know, a lot of tutoring and just hanging out and maintaining relationships with kids. And then Advanced Memphis, where Chris used to work, which is what led us to moving here. They do a lot of job training and budget training and just kind of helping people in that way. But I think for me, I think the most important thing is helping people realize that like God loves them, they have dignity in Him. The hardships of life are hard, of course, but that it's a lot easier to move forward when you know that you're loved.
Music can do what counseling can't do. Good music can do what therapy can't do. Good music can do what doctors can't do sometimes. And so it's critically important to our faith, and it's critically important to our community as well.
Alrighty, they'll do it for the interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was painless.
I love cooking. I always have loved to be in the kitchen. I love to cook just anything. And most of the time, here lately, I got 6 ladies that I fix turnip greens for. And you know what I fix them with? Turkey butts. I go to the store and buy the little back end of the turkey and put a strip of bacon with it, 2 or 3 of them, and cook them till they're done. Then I take them out and put the greens in it, look and let them cook. And honey, I have fun. Everybody come ready for their greens. It tickled me at first when I had some greens, and I had just 2 of the ladies, and they was talking about how good they were.